Welcome to Mornings with Patricia. Happy Friday. I am inside the house on a Thursday afternoon because it is very, very warm outside. So bless that and bless the fact that we have cool houses with air conditioning. Hopefully most of us have that, or nice fans. So today I want to talk about love, fear, and other stuff. I had a really weird experience happen to me this morning, because, over this last year, it has not been a normal year, so I just noticed emotions flow and things like that. And I worked through that, and, like I've already told you, it's been a really great experience. But this morning, um, I started trembling and shaking, and I felt like I just lost, and I felt like I was just going to sob. And I went grocery shopping, and then I talked with Bruce, my husband, at lunchtime, and he mentioned a friend of mine that is going through some things, big things, and we're very heart connected. And he said, maybe it's, it's not you, maybe it's your friend that you're feeling. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I really started to cry because that was the truth. And all of the jittery stuff instantly went away and I was fine. But it was, I know about being empathetic, and I set, some good boundaries with that. But, whatever it was, and I had gotten a confirmation later. I didn't tell my friend what I experienced, but they were experiencing those things. So, it just made me think about how connected we are. We're connected to strangers we don't even know because we're all one. And so we're on this big web, and each of us are like this point. And any time, at any point a string is pulled or there's some upset, we feel it. We feel energetically in the universe, and we feel it just energetically. And we feel it in our bodies. And so I wanted to share that with you because if you are really, feeling some up and down days, maybe a little bit more than normal, there's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on in the universe. So you just ask yourself, is this mine? Is this me? Or is it someone else? Sometimes, and I think I've shared with you that if you close your eyes and say, I want to see a color, okay, one color will come up. You say, I want to see my color, and that's your color. And so anytime that you're feeling something, you close your eyes and you say, what is the color of this? And if it's not your color, it's probably pretty safe it's not yours. And, you'll say, well, there's only so many reds or blues or whatever, but the gradations of those colors are different. They have a frequency. So that was a really tremendous experience. And then I just really thank my husband, who's so tuned in, and, was able to help me with that. Because, like I said, instantly, I felt the shift. So it's... I think we go around thinking we're human beings and we're having emotions, we're having all these things, but we are multifaceted beings. And the more that we become aware of those things, the more I think we feel them. And that could be kind of the downside of that, if you will, but really it's a gift. We just have to bring our awareness to the fact that we're feeling it. So I think it's important on your Friday as you're going out there to remember that. Debbie and I ride in together to Salem because she lives out here now in Almsville. And it's interesting because, we'll often talk about the energy difference between Salem and Almsville. It's like, whew. And not that Salem is terrible or anything like that. Love Salem, but there's so many people, so much stuff going on that as you leave Salem and going up into the mountains into Almsville, you can just feel the difference. It's just amazing. So, remembering that we're all connected. And how can we balance that? We balance that with love. Love and compassion when we meet fear, when we meet things that are out of sync or out of compliance. with our energetic selves, or the energy that we're all trying to achieve at the energetic balance. Uh, I've said before, I don't think that we're catapulting towards any, great ascension or anything like that. I think we're have maybe a different sort of awareness than we did, 20 years ago, 100 years ago. Certainly, certainly we do. And we have the opportunity to become our multifaceted selves and utilize all of that, all of aspects of us. Do you know that I think we're just really now exploring in our society what it means to love ourselves, and what it means to love others as well as ourselves. So I think we're just really deeply exploring that. It's been a lot of lip service and a lot of but what does it really mean? But when we take a look at our own lives and our own struggles, if you will, we start to realize, oh, if I can, if I can stop judging myself through this and just notice, oh, that feels good. That's what it means to love myself. It's just like if you have a baby or you have a puppy or whatever, kitten, and it's whining or crying or meowing, and it's in distress. What do? You pick it up, you rock it, you love on it, you talk softly, and you calm it and ease it. You don't judge the baby, the puppy, or the kitten, for making a fuss or for having discomfort. So that's one way I always think is for my map across to myself. Well, I wouldn't judge any of them. I would comfort them. So why would I judge myself? I would comfort myself. And what's the best way to comfort myself? So I've done this in Sacred Space. It's a really cool thing. Let's see. I'll just tell you because you're not going to get the full body thing of me. So you take your right hand, or your left hand, excuse me, right. Bruce always tells me, no, your other left, Patty or Patricia, your other right. And so you take your right hand and you put it over your heart. And it's amazing when you put the palm of your hand over your heart, there's this instant warmth and connection and ease. Then you take your left hand and you put it across your abdomen so your fingers are resting on the other side by your ribs. And this is the energetic love hold. So if you're someone who has panic attacks or anxiety, or you can't ease your anxiousness or fear and you need some love, this is what you do. You hold yourself. This is the energetic love hold. And it's okay too if you want to rock yourself a little bit. I'm just asking you to consider being so gentle with yourself. You are beautiful porcelain. You are gorgeous crystal. You are the gem. Right? Hold yourself carefully. Hold your emotions carefully. Hold your thoughts carefully. Hold you carefully. Right? I often liken it to this. If we were to speak out to someone else, the thoughts that are in our head that we hold about ourselves, it would be considered abusive. We would be considered being very abusive, verbally abusive, right? No, we wouldn't do that. But the question becomes, why would we do that to our own selves? So that's what I'm asking you to consider. Hold yourself today through the fear, love yourself through it, any struggle, and don't be verbally abusive inside your head, right? Be careful. Be careful with your thoughts. You're precious. There's that thing about beating ourselves up, and that's true. That's not just words. When you think those thoughts about yourself, you are battering on yourself. And so no wonder you're feeling, down or just right? So, and you say, well, I can't stop the thoughts. Well, you can. You would stop a hand from hurting another person. You would get in between another person and say, stop those words. You can do this for yourself, right? You have to be very firm with yourself and say, you know what? This is the way it's going to go. And this is I'm giving you an example of how I talk to myself. You know what? This is the way it's going to go. There will be no more abusive thoughts inside this body, inside this head. Whether you think so or not, I am a precious being. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am capable. I am loving. I am loved. So you just need to back off. You need to go somewhere else, and you need to figure out how you can be more centered. And until you do, you're not welcome back in this head or this body. Do you understand? And I say it out loud, because hearing that, and my ears hearing it, and everything, it just goes, whoo, and it stops it. And then I feel like, whoo, I'm in control. I stood up for myself. It's amazing. It changes everything. So, for your fantastic, fabulous Friday, I hope that you do this for yourself. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I love myself. I do. I love myself. I love you. Have a great Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.